right, so this is Charles Martinet, and who would like to ask the first question?
First, let me say, hello, it's me, Super Mario. Woohoo! You're number one. Ha ha! And thank you
Tell
for
me
playing my
somebody got that on
games.
video for me.
I was thinking the same thing.
You got it for me. All right, you want to go first? You going first, Alan? Alan's going first.
So, I will go with a non-Mario question because I think you get it all the time. So,
Sure.
So I know you were the announcer for Punch Out, and I was wondering if, hypothetically, if it had a reboot and it had a modern boxer, who would you want to see as like the opponent, like the big boss?
Well, you know, it's funny that Punch Out was a game that was actually the first titled game that I did with Nintendo, and I think that was 1992 or something. We were in Chicago at Consumer Electronics Show, and I did not only announcer, but I did maybe 14 of the boxers. So if I was going to do that game again, I'd like to play all the parts like I did before. It was a super fun, marvelously entertaining thing to do. And it was a friend of mine that worked for the company, Phil, just called up and said, "Hey, can you make it to a studio?" We were doing Mario in real time at the time. Where we had a hidden camera, hidden microphone, and the floating head of Mario would see people and say, "Oh, you're wearing a mask. How come?" And so we had this wonderful interactive thing. I said, "Sure, I'm free." Went to a studio in Chicago and recorded this fabulous, fun game.
Awesome.
So I'll take anything that they'd like to send my way. The announcer would be great fun. In this corner.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Adrian.
So, in the opposite direction, I know you've played, you've played Mario for so long, and there have been like some horrible games, like I think it's Mario Teaches Typing or whatever. What was your experience like that with those type of games?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I would say that Mario Teaches Typing is one of the most spectacular projects I've ever done in my life. And I would tell you exactly why. You know, the script when we got it, I'd been doing Mario in real time and trying to figure out who this character was. And I was getting to the place of understanding it was all about joy and happiness and fun. And I wanted to make that character the one that doesn't say bad things or hurtful things. Because in my career, in my life, one of the first people that I ever met in an acting class had a stutter. And I said, "Have you always had this stutter?" And he said, "No, I went to a show in Las Vegas on my 21st birthday. And at that show, all of a sudden, the lights come on. We're just finishing dinner, and it's like, stand up, kid! It's somebody's birthday. The light shines on me." And there was this comedian. He said, "Stand up, happy birthday! Oh, look at that ugly kid! Oh, he's fat, pimply faced." And every time they made fun of me, the audience laughed bigger and bigger, and I felt smaller and smaller. And so I woke up the next morning with a stutter that I've had ever since. And I thought to myself, this is a marker, as all things are markers in my life. I will never do comedy at somebody's expense. And always seek the kindness in a character, always seek the goodness in a character. So Mario was pretty free flow, just talk and interact with people. That was the audition. Talk and don't stop until you run out of things to say. So I started, feeling my way around the ocean of possibilities and talking with people. And I decided, it's not going to Mario will never be mean, never be cruel and unkind. And so I get this script at Mario Teaches Typing, and I read, "Oh, you failed, you should try again, you need to do much better." And I said, "Can I change the wording of this?" And the producer said, "Sure." I said, "That was great, but I know you can do even better. Let's try again," or "Let's go." And to this day, I have people that come up to me and say, "I remember Mario Teaches Typing. That taught me to teach." So I'm tremendously proud of that game because that told me who this character was for all the future games and all the improvisation. We've been doing now Mario in real time for 31 years. So 31 years of touching children, hopefully, touching children's hearts and adults' hearts and generation after generation, touching them in a way that they always feel good about themselves. And I do the same thing when I autograph. Mario always says something nice, "You're the superstar, you're number one, you're the best." Because I think it's so important in life. We have one shot at this to have a good impact. And I think that the more we can do to be that way. I aspire to be more like Mario every day. I want to be the person that's always kind and loving and considerate and respectful. But that's what I seek to do. But I love that. I love Mario Teaches Typing.
Okay, Mr. Q?
Can you tell us about the audition for Mario? Like when you first auditioned for Mario, can you tell about that story?
Can I tell you how I did the audition for Mario? Sure. I was doing what actors do. I was lying on down the beach, reading a book, watching the sun, enjoying the day, waiting for my pager to go up. This is 31 years ago. This is before pagers, before phones. So I'm getting, all of a sudden my pager goes off, and it's a buddy of mine that lives downtown, and I'm thinking, yay, score, we're going to have lunch, or we're going to have dinner later on, you know, so yay. And I run to the phone off the beach, and I call him up, he goes, hey, you should go crash this audition. And I said, I am a professional actor. I never crash an audition. Where should I go? And I have no idea why, but I walked out of that beach, brushed the sand off, got in the car, got the miracle of finding a parking space, and I caught the director as he's walking out with the cameraman behind him. I said, oh, can I please read for this? In the doorway, he goes, all right, come on inside. We'll set the camera back up. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn named Mario for this concept called Nintendo. And I had never heard of Mario, I had never heard of Nintendo, and I hadn't played games since Waka Waka Waka, So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, great. He goes, so make up a voice, make up a video game, or make up anything you want. Start talking, and when you run out of things to say, that's your audition. And I'm thinking to myself, Italian plumber from Brooklyn, get out of my face, I'm working here. And I don't want to do that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Whoever this Mario is, I had no image of him. I had no idea. But I want to be somebody who's more fun. And I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew. Nice Italian guy, talking like this. I thought, I'll do that voice, but make him younger and talk about video games. I'll just talk about food. And I heard action. I said, hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I'm going to get some spaghetti. We're going to put spaghetti and sausage in the pizza. And then I chase you with the pizza. And if I catch you with the pizza, you got to eat the pizza. I didn't hear cut, so I said, and then you're going to make a pizza. And if you catch me with the pizza, yeah, I'm going to eat the pizza. And then we're going to make a lasagna. We're going to say, sugar, lasagna. And then we're going to down the hill. And I just kept making up pasta and making up food until I ran out of pastas that I knew. And then we're going to make a raspototolotello. It's a great pasta. And I chased with and I just kept going because he never said stop until I finally heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more tape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. And I thought that was the end of it, but I went out to the beach and out to dinner with my friend, and he got on the phone, he called from Nintendo, he said, I found our Mario, I got him. And that was 31 absolutely lovely years since then. I've been doing the work that I love and cherish, and it is what I wish for absolutely everybody. I come to a wonderful show like here at MomoCon, and I get the opportunity to meet fans, and there are messages of love and care. You're the voice of my childhood. I grew up with you. I played with my grandfather. You helped me through these tough times in my life. I wish everybody could hear such wonderful things. You learn as an actor the impact you have directly at a show like this. So it adds a certain level of real fun to it. And I always say to everybody, find the work that you love to do. Follow your heart and your passions and your joy. Live your dreams, because in the end, you're the hero of your own video game. This is the chance you have. So you go through it, and you can't necessarily know what sort of giant thing comes at you, but you can control, hopefully, how you respond to it, what you do with it, by being your own best friend, by being your own person that you would treat yourself the way you treat your best friend. It's a lifelong process, to be sure.
Mr. Gustavo?
Hi.
Are you at liberty at all to speak about your role in the upcoming?
Yeah, I can't speak at all about the film or about any future project that I'm in, but I sure appreciate the idea of it.
Mr. Allen?
I just want to say, I'm sorry that comedian thing happened, but I can definitely say for sure that you're a legend, and he's probably broke somewhere in his mom's basement, so you won. But so yeah, I'm a big fan of the games like Mario Kart and Mario Party. I was wondering if you yourself have played any of the games and if you enjoyed it.
I love Mario Party. I love Mario Kart. I'm not very good. I'm often being picked up and turned around and put back in. 6-year-olds love to destroy me. At some of these shows, I play in the little competitions, and 6-year-olds are just like little rockets going by. The only way I can do it is to cheat.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But it's great fun. I love Mario games. I'm just, I'm good enough to always find out the princess is not in this castle.
Okay, Mr. Adrian, you have another one?
Yes. So, besides Mario, which of your favorite of the Mario brothers, like Waluigi, Wario?
Luigi #1. Ho ho! I always aspired to be more like Mario, you know, courageous, optimistic. You know, you face a challenge with a let's go. But I'm a little bit more Luigi. Luigi #1. Ho ho! You know, a little bit more trepidatious. I'm also the second brother. My older brother was more the Mario, absolutely rushing through the door, whether it was open or not. And I'm more the trepidatious. I don't think we should go outside. Also taller and had to run faster.
Okay, Mr. Q?
Piggyback off of what Alice asked, what's your favorite weapon in Mario Kart?
What's my favorite weapon? One of my favorites ever was Double Dash. I love that. Was just so much fun, and I love it when the babies lose and they go. But you know, I mean, Chain Chomp is like for the babies. I mean, what could be better than that? You know. Favorite weapon.
One more question. You want to go, Mr. Allen? Or?
So what would be your favorite, out of all of Mario's performances, what would be your favorite, like in all of the games?
My favorite Mario game. See, that's a really tough one. I got a Guinness Book of World Records at 100 when the last Smash Brothers came out. And there have been like 20, 25 games since then. So for me, it was like Mario 64, I got the phone call, Mr. Miyamoto would like you to be Mario in a game. And I was, woohoo! And I love that game. I'm a sandbox kind of guy. You know, Odyssey, I love Odyssey. I think Galaxy was amazing. Sunshine was just such a joyful game for me. Super Mario Bros. Wii, that was that side-scrolling game that was just so joyful. And Super Mario 3D World, you know? The kitty cats were just, that's such an amazing. I think that's a great thing too, is like, people love Mario games today because the integrity that's flowed through that since 1985, the music, the joyfulness, the fun, the hero and the heroine, the whole weaving of the story has just been one magical thing after another. And I'm always like, well, how could it get better than this? And then it does, you know. But there's a joy and a passion for video games at Nintendo, and the creative teams are like always going. So it's an honor and a joy for me to be a very small part of that process, you know.